What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar and welcome back to the ICP. This is going to be the week 7 battle. This week we're going up against Sen and his Blazikins, I believe is how it's pronounced. But this game is kind of sort of really important because if we win this, I think we're locked for playoffs because we'll be at 6-1 at that point, which the worst we could be is 6-4, and that would mean that we still have a good shot at making playoffs even with that, because typically the 5-5 range is where it's a little wary. But we've done really well this season. We just need to keep moving forward with it, and hopefully this game goes really well. But this game is going to be very challenging because my team does not handle a few things on my opponent's team very well. One, it does not handle Conkeldurr very well, and two, it does not handle Choice Specs Charizard very well, which is surprising because I have a rain team. But the team that I have, I feel as though I'm forced to bring a handful of things this game because of what my opponent has. My opponent did very well at doing a few things. They did very well at drafting 2 Pokemon that force you to bring something. They force you to bring a typing of some sort in order to check them, with that being Regieleki forcing you to bring your ground type, and Spectre forcing you to bring your dark type or your normal type. As you can see by the team on your screen, I'm actually bringing both. So that's kind of a little bit of a difficult situation to be in. And then on top of that, they have Conkeldurr, which shreds both my dark type, even though I'm not weak to fighting, my normal type, and my ground type. I can't switch into it very well, but my opponent did a very good job with the offensive core, Regieleki, Spectre, and Conkeldurr. And then to top it all off, you have something like Roserade just sitting there, which is really threatening. The top 6 are what I'm expecting, with Charizard being the next in line, and then I don't expect the last 4 whatsoever. I mean, I guess Flygon could come, but it's just very threatening. Did I just get pinged to draft? Are you kidding me? What? Okay. Sorry, I'm doing the tour, but it's mid-draft. So yeah, so that's kind of what I think of my opponent's team. It's very good. I'm very scared of it. I think if anybody has a good matchup to beat me, I think it is Sen, because they do have a phenomenal offensive core. But unfortunately for Sen, Aegislash absolutely is petrifying for them, because everything on their entire team is either weak to a stab, can be easily picked off by priority, or I can outspeed it, which is kind of like the big trifecta of things you need for Aegislash to sweep. Just going down the list, everything dies if I get up to +2 or +4, and if I get up to +6, it's really over. They're really hard pressed to try to get that. But this Pokemon is a massive threat for them. So this is kind of what I built around, just an SD Aegislash with weakness policy. I set up to +2 in front of Registeel, which I think is a big problem for my team to break as well. I don't have the best ways of breaking it. So I set up in front of Registeel with this, and then once I set up in front of Registeel and I get up to +4, I can start to break the entire team. But this Pokemon, phenomenal, very good. I threw in a little bit of speed to be able to outspeed, like a little bit of an adamant conk, but not a whole lot of speed investment on it. That's kind of where that went. So next up we have Skuntank. The Skuntank is very unique. Player of Sucker Punch, Defog, Poison Jab. I have enough attack investment with an adamant nature to be able to 3-hit KO max HP Conkeldurr. I have enough attack investment with Sucker Punch to be able to always take out Spectrier, and then I have Poison Jab to be able to always take out I 2-shot the Roserade, and I also do a lot of damage to the Grimmsnarl, which is not that big of a deal, but Sucker Punch is the big thing for this. I want to be able to have a Sucker Punch for the Regieleki as well as having Sucker Punch for the Spectrier. That's the big thing. I have enough Spadef investment to never be 4-hit KO'd by Choice Specs Spectrier's Shadow Ball without rocks. With rocks, I guaranteed get 4-hit KO'd, but I also have Rocky Helmet and Aftermath, so this can be my check to Conkeldurr if I need it to be. If I see that they get Flame Orb, Guts Boost, and then they go for like Facade or something, they're gonna take 1 turn of burn, a 2nd turn of burn, Rocky Helmet Aftermath, and then I can clean it up with pretty much anything on my entire team, which is really important. And then the defense investment allows me to take shoot, can't even remember what it was. Might have been, I can't even remember what that was. I think that was the leftover EVs. And then I have enough speed for, I think, Conkeldurr, something like that. That sounds about right. Next up, mixed defensive Sylveon. This was going to be my Charizard check, as well as also another Conkeldurr check if I needed it to be with Hyper Voice, Wish Protect, and Baton Pass. This is going to be how I'm going to keep my entire team healthy, because as you're going to see, I don't have any other walls with any other reliable recovery. I'm not bringing recovery on my Celebi, and I'm also not bringing Zapdos for Roost. So I need to be able to have really good Wish passing here. I have enough Phys Def to be able to take multiple hits from Conkeldurr after a Protect, as long as they don't poison me with something like Poison Jab. And then that's about all I really needed from this thing. Next up, we have Spadef SD Bouffalant. This thing is pretty much the standard .jpeg like Smogon that you get whenever you type Bouffalant into the calc. Sap Sipper with Facade, Earthquake, Megahorn, and Swords Dance. I'm able to switch this thing in on Roserade pretty freely. I'm able to tank multiple hits from it, and then I'm able to just fire back with pretty much Facade, Earthquake, and Megahorn. It hits the entire team for at least neutral damage, and the vast majority of it for super effective damage, including the big wall core of Registeel plus Slowking. So that's kind of the big ones. But next up, we have Expert Belt Celebi. This is kind of where I went a little bit off kilter this build, and I wanted to try something a little unique that I don't think he'll expect. Leaf Blade, Zen Headbutt, Sucker Punch, U-Turn. This is a perfect way for me to bait in Registeel for me to set up with it with my Aegislash. So I wanted to have a Celebi that could not touch Registeel at all. I did not want to have Nasty Plot plus Earth Power. I wanted to be able to bait in Registeel, but with Sucker Punch with the Expert Belt, I guaranteed kill Spectrier. Zen Headbutt is really, really good for the Roserade and the Conkeldurr, as well as the Flygon and the Charizard. I won't be able to outspeed them, but if they're not max speed, then we should be in the clear. And then Leaf Blade does really, really well against the Quagsire, because I'm not bringing any other grass coverage on the entire team, so I really needed to have this form of offense for it. But so I wanted to be able to use this as a pivot to be able to force in Registeel, bring in my Aegislash setup, and hopefully break the team to where I can just win with my bulk. And then last but not least, we have mixed defensive Seismitoad. 12 special attack investment with Earth Power, I think, is what I needed to get like a 3 KO on Phys Def Registeel or something along those lines. I have enough Spadef investment to never be 3-hit KO'd by Choice Spec Swift from Regieleki, and then I have enough defense investment to be able to tank a couple hits from Flygon, I believe. I think that's kind of where it was. But so that is going to be the team that I'm bringing versus Sin. I hope you guys do enjoy the battle. But with that, let's just go ahead and hop right over to it. Alrighty guys, here we are with week number 7 of the ICP. We're going up against Sen. I probably said that in the team builder. I'm really nervous for this game because like I need to win. And I only really need to win because if I win this one, I'm pretty much locked for playoffs, I think. Which is kind of sort of big, but this is a really difficult matchup in my opinion. No Flygon is really good. Let me see. Okay. No Flygon is really good. Registeel being there is probably going to be the biggest issue. Not the worst thing in the world. I pretty much get up in SD with my Aegislash and I win. Because their offense dies to Shadow Sneak, and their bulk I outspeed. So I kind of want to get up rocks immediately, just to start trying to chip down some stuff. They don't have a whole lot of pivoting on their team, and I do have really good Wish support with Baton Pass and things like that. So while it's not the worst, also my Celebi looks absolutely phenomenal here. My Celebi looks phenomenal. I'm a little bit scared of Spectre, but that's rightfully so, you know? The thing is kind of a problem. Roserade lead, that's fine. Definitely could be worse. I'm just gonna hard switch into my Bouffalant. Did I remember to put Defog on Stun Tank? I did, thank God. Okay. Whew. I was a little worried there for a second. Hopefully they go for a grass move. They go for T-Spike. That is 100% fine. 100% fine. I'm going to go for an Earthquake here, I think. I'm going to go for an EQ because it hits this pretty hard. It hits the Spectre coming in. It hits pretty much everything. The Registeel. let's get that Registeel calc up versus my Bouffalant. If it's Spadef, it'll be doing 34 to 40. Okay. I'm going to click Mega Horn here because it does 63 to 75. If I clicked SD there, I was in a really good spot, but I'm still in a really good spot clicking Mega Horn here because I will outspeed this thing. I can do a lot of damage to it, except for the fact that I miss, which is less than ideal. But you know what? They teleport out, which is whatever. So they go into Conk. Okay. Do they get their Flame Orb? No. So this is perfect. I'm going to go directly into my Skuntank, absorb the T-Spikes. This is my Conkeldurr check anyway. This is my Conkeldurr check anyway. Let's start to get the calc ready for that. Adamant, Guts, Drain Punch is doing 53% maximum. They go for Nox. They're going to take some Rocky Helmet. 209 to 171. At 18%. So he's not even max attack Adamant. I'm going to go for a Play Rough here because it'll put it in range of Aftermath after one more hit, which is pretty important. Worst case scenario, they go into Registeel. Worst case scenario, they go into Registeel. I'm going to go hard into my Aegislash. They're going to switch out, which is fine. And they do go into Registeel. Okay. Did a little bit of chip. Are they lefties? No, they're not. I'm going to go hard into this. Because even in shield form, like... what are you gonna do to me? Earthquake me? I'm gonna set up an SD here, which that'll put me at +2, at +4 if they go for an EQ. They could be Choppleberry. What are they going to go for? Are they going to go for T-Wave? Because T-Wave would be a good play. I don't know what else they would go for here. They go for Earthquake, so they're going to pop my weakness. Okay. Are they fully Fizz Def? I don't think they are, but just in case, I think... I'm going to go for another one just in case. Because then I guaranteed kill with close combat, just in case they are. And I'll still have this thing in the back. The only thing I'm a little worried about is Choppleberry. But if I kill this thing, I'm in a really good spot for the remainder of the game with my Celebi, which is also a massive win con. Okay, now I click close combat. I'm at +6. I don't care about much of anything. I'm clicking close combat. Worst case scenario, they're Choppleberry. Best case scenario, they're not. And they are Chopple. Okay, so at least I'm getting a good amount of damage off on this thing, and that puts... It died anyway. Oh my god, I crit him. I didn't even need the crit to kill through a Chopple? Oh, I'm calcing shield. Oh man. Yeah, getting +6 was a smart thing. I was calculating shield damage versus that. Does everything just die? Does everything just die? I think so. I'm gonna go for a Shadow Sneak versus this thing. Is this thing Focus Sash? It's Cassie Berry. That's not gonna matter. Yep. And him going into this first makes me think that everything is just about to die to this Aegislash, and it's going to be an Aegislash sweep. I feel bad. I feel really bad. Because I don't like whenever games go like this. Like when it's just like a... I don't know. Okay. Does Conkeldurr... I think I have to go for a Shadow Claw. Right? Or do I just click Sneak? Does 78 to 92. I'm just gonna go for Sneak. I'm not gonna risk this thing being like max HP, max speed. I'm not gonna risk it. I'd rather... Oh, wow, it just died anyway. If it was max HP, it was a roll. But at this point, my Celebi does just win. At this point, my Celebi does just win. Aegislash is a broken Pokemon. Like, you cannot convince me otherwise. Like, there is not a single time that this Pokemon should be allowed. This Pokemon's broken. I love this Pokemon so much. Yeah. Damn. I feel bad. I feel really bad. But you know, this was kind of what I was hoping would happen. I was hoping that this thing would just come in and click as many buttons as it possibly could. I'm gonna click Shadow Claw here because I outspeed this thing guaranteed. Yeah, man. I will say, I think the only thing that could have prevented this was T-Wave with Registeel. I think that's the only thing that could have prevented this. We go for a Sneak. And I think that cleans it up. I mean, I think... Are you sashed? Nope. Okay. I mean, man, GG's to Sen. I'm sorry, dude. I'm very sorry. This isn't the way that I wanted the game to go, and this is not the way I expected it to go. Yeah, I'm sorry. But that is going to be week 7 of ICP. Aegislash sweep. Go check out Sen, guys. This link's gonna be down in the description below. So real talk, this guy I think is one of the coolest people in the community. Like, I love his tattoos. I literally look at his tattoos all the freaking time and I just admire them. They're so amazing. So go check him out, please. His link's gonna be down in the description below. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.